Good.
Well, Bill, how have you been?
I'm doing great. Just keeping busy. I got a fundraiser coming up. I'm getting that all together and that type of thing for my blind population.
Uh-huh. Well, that's fantastic. So on the call, we have, right now, we have myself, we have Bill Chapman, Antoinette Hewling, Phyllis,
Hello.
and from Port Huron, Sherry Bradley, Marion Ward, and Rosemary
Hello.
just joined us.
Okay, hey, Rose.
I don't think you and I have met, but hello, Mr. Bill. My name is Antoinette Hewling.
Oh, hey, all right.
You guys were at camp together in 2020.
Oh, okay.
You didn't
Okay, I'm sorry.
met.
Yeah, he the one got up and sung, Antoinette.
Oh, okay.
All right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because he's from
I was the one
Kalamazoo.
standing by the Clydesdales that I love. You know.
What about your buddy? Is he gonna come on, Willie?
I'm not sure.
You know, I saw their band is going to play somewhere. I think in Battle Creek, maybe. One of his bands. I'll have to check that out again. But
Oh.
Margaret, this is Rosemary. Can you guys hear me?
we can.
Yes.
Hey, finally.
I can hear you.
I had to get on my really super old computer to join up today because my computer went poof on me on Monday afternoon, and I got to go pick it up in about an hour, so I'm only going to be on for a little while.
Right. And just to let you guys know, I'm a little bit time limited today as well. So I'm probably going to have to sign off about 2:15. But you guys can continue to talk as long as you want. It's you know, it's not really the way we have it set up. It's not really controlled by me. So you know, it's it's kind of an open number. So whenever you guys feel like not talking anymore, just go ahead and sign out. But, anyway,
Yeah, I thought it was from 1 to 2:30.
well, it normally is, but I've got something came up and I've got to get ready to leave about 2:15. So
Okay, we can end it then.
Definitely. Yep.
We can end it then.
Somebody.
Yeah, well, I'll be leaving.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I'll be leaving you guys. But I'll be leaving you guys before then because I've got to get ready to leave by 2 o'clock. So probably about 1:45.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Somebody just joined with an 810 area.
Wayne, I
What's-
lost my
Wayne.
internet,
Oh, he back.
my computer.
Wayne's back now.
Wayne the Force.
All right, Wayne.
Okay.
Wondered what happened to you.
Yeah, just went blank.
Oh, he just likes to do a disappearing act every so often, don't you, Wayne?
That's right. That's right.
Keep people guessing.
Say, it is 1:10, and we're kind of slowly gathering people. But what would anybody be willing to offer a prayer to get us started? I didn't get in touch with Art in time enough, but I'm just
I'll be
wondering
more than happy to.
if you'd be willing to do that.
Hey.
All
Okay,
right.
go ahead, Bill.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you. We thank you for this gathering. We thank you for the opportunity for us to just fellowship together, dear Heavenly Father. Bless the families that's represented and bless those who desire to be here and cannot. Just bless us and let's have good fellowship in your name. And all people on the line say, amen.
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 Thank you, Bill.
Uh-huh.
Well, a big question I've got is for Rosemary. Did you guys do summer camp last weekend?
We did, and it was fun.
All
We
right.
had-
I hate I missed.
Well, we only had 9 people because I understand that the Detroit group was having difficulty with transportation. So over this
Correct.
next year, we're going to be working with that and see if we can. Kind of what we're looking at is if people can get to Grand Rapids via Greyhound, if that's still an option, we may be able to transport people from the Greyhound up to camp and then from the camp back down to the Greyhound when it's time. So we'll let people know how we're, doing with that because right now it's very difficult with transportation. I know funding for transportation is cut all over the place. And over here in Muskegon, we no longer have a county-wide handicap transit bus. We now only have a bus that serves 4 cities. And then they have this new system called a Go-To bus, and there's the number 2. And it's supposed to be like, you stand on catch it on a corner, kind of like a Lyft or a Uber kind of thing. But those of us who are blind or visually impaired will be able to get curb-to-curb service still. But they're still working out all the kinks on that. So that's, so transportation all over, I understand, is a real challenge for most people with disabilities, not just people who are visually impaired.
Wow.
So, but we had a total of 9 campers and we had fun. On Saturday night, we had our little bonfire, eat some s'mores, talked, had some good time. And then on Saturday morning, we went for after breakfast, we went for a hike. And then we did some crafts, and then we went down boat rides and then lunch. And then in the afternoon, we got to go shoot arrows for anybody who wanted to do archery, and that was cool. I got to shoot a bear a few times. And then we got, and those who didn't want to do archery got to go on the pontoon boat. And then after that, we did some bingo. Then we had free swim where people wanted to go swimming, they could, or just hang out down at the dock, whatever people wanted to do. And it worked out well. And we had supper, and then after that, we had just free time. Sunday morning, we did a little more bingo because we had a few prizes left, and everybody gathered and left. But those who attended had a great time. So it was successful. It was our 26th out of 27-year camp, and so we were happy with everything the way it turned out. Somebody's got to
Where
raise
was
their
this
hand.
campsite? Where was the campsite?
Pardon?
Where was it? The location?
It's on Big Blue Lake near Holton, Michigan, and it's at Pioneer Trails Camp. Along that area, there's there's a Gerber camp, a Wasapi Boy Scout camp, Camp Petaluma, which is a YMCA camp, and Pioneer Trails, which is the camp that we use because it was developed for people with disability. A group called Pioneer Resources runs that camp, and they paved all the major trails. So, but when we went on the hike, we went in the woods, so that wasn't paved. But all the trails up to the cabins and to the dining hall and to the, to the waterfront and up to the lodge where we hold activities, all those were all paved, so it's easy to get around.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Ron. Welcome.
I don't know if he got himself unmuted or not.
Oh, he's not muted, but anyway, we know. Oh, he's got his hand up. Ron, what do you need? He's got his hand up.
We don't hear anything.
Your microphone's not on, Ron. There you go.
It is.
Speak. Well, anyway, Ron was one of the campers who was up at camp, so.
Yeah, so where did was it mostly from around your area there then, or?
We had 4 people from Grand Rapids, 1 gal from Lansing, Gwen, who comes on the winter camp. She came, and I think she's out somewhere in that side of the state. So we were kind of a little bit scattered, and then a couple of us from Muskegon, and of course my friend Shirley came up from Indiana. So
good. Well, that's great. I'm glad that Gwen got to come because she really wanted to go badly.
And she had a great time. She had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
And Andrea Ordaway came, and she had a great time too.
Okay, fantastic.
And like I said, we had a few people from the Grand Rapids area. It was Joe Stewart, Gopal, I don't know his last name. Nancy Martin was there, and May, I forgot what her last name was, but she was there. So
May Kent.
May Kent, yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed like everybody enjoyed themselves.
That's great. So Marion and I have been talking about winter camp, and so and Antoinette asked if we were going to have it, and my response at the moment was, well, we haven't decided not to have it. So
Correct.
we're we really want to have it. you know, and so we're having conversations with the camp as to what do we think we would have in terms of if we had to limit capacity for social distancing. You know, there's some considerations there that we need to look at. And I know that, you know, if we can utilize top bunks, you know, that may help some in terms of the numbers. I know that
Right, because
you know,
some of us can do that.
Rosemary and Shirley like to use a top bunk. So
Yep, we're top bunkers.
frees up some bottom bunks. But anyway, so Matthew did send me some capacity numbers, but we have to do some clarification because
You know, and also Roger's gonna see, you know, it's gonna depend on how things progress throughout the fall.
right.
So I gotta step away. Hold on.
Sure. Yeah, we don't know if things are going to get worse or they're going to get better. We are going to ask that people be vaccinated if they come, and also but you know, like an exception to that is Mark Woodford, Pastor Mark. When I talked to him about getting a vaccination, his doctor was recommending that he not get a vaccination because of his health problems. So if somebody was not able to be vaccinated, we would probably ask for a COVID test prior to coming to camp. I know that's happening a lot with places. So, and then the other aspect of it is with our volunteers, we need to make sure that our volunteers are vaccinated for the free COVID tests. So that's something we're going to have to deal with. So anyway, but yeah, I think you know, the outdoor center is certainly looking forward to us having camp. They do have a different food service. They've hired like a commercial food service group, I guess, to do their food. And we don't know what that's going to look like, or if it's going to increase the cost for us, or what's going to happen with that. But we're in the process of investigating all that, and so we're hopeful that we can do it. And I do have a question, and I know Phyllis and Wayne, you guys haven't been for a long time. I don't know if there's a possibility that you guys would try to come down or not.
We're talking about it.
Good.
We're gonna. I know there's. I know Wayne and I know one of our other members wants to go.
Good. So we'll
Yeah.
hope. We'll hope that you know, we have it opened up so that we can get as many as we can. But we may have to look at it in terms of, you know, as people get applications in or sign up, you know, at some point we might have to cut it off. But anyway, well.
And Roger, this is Rosemary. That's kind of like what we had to do. We had to make a decision how many people, and then when we got to that number, then we would just return applications and checks because, you know, we were at our capacity.
Right.
We didn't want to have to do that, but we did. And what the other thing we did do too is those people who we did receive and process, we sent out postcards to confirm that they were, you know, processed and, you know, they can come. So that was helpful. Because otherwise I had people call me, did you get our application? Did you get our, I'm like, I don't know, because I don't process the applications, you know, so that was something that, you know, that worked out fairly well for us in case you guys want to use that system. And like I was just going to say a few minutes ago, I think some it's going to depend on what, you know, whether people are vaccinated and what the, you know, what this Delta, you know, strain is doing, because right now they're saying that people who are vaccinated, you know, are protected from this, but who knows what's going to happen in the next 6 months. We just don't know.
Right. And I was telling a couple of folks before more of you came on that because I have grandchildren that are three and under, and we've been spending a lot of time with them. My wife and I are wearing masks everywhere we go, even though we are vaccinated. So because even if you're vaccinated, you might catch it. You won't get sick necessarily, but
You could be a carrier.
You could be a carrier.
Yeah.
So
You're like Typhoid Mary.
Oh,
it's really kind of scary, and I just don't understand
it is.
people aren't
It is.
more serious about it, you know?
Well, that's why each person has to make a decision for themselves based on their own family circumstances, and then depending on what Lions can assist, what can't, who can't. You know, there's a lot more that goes into making these decisions than people can realize sometimes, you know, and it's not that we just don't want to, it's because we have to look at many variables.
Can you hear me, Rosemary?
Finally, Ron.
I don't know. I probably accidentally hit a doggone. I've got a Logitech headset with a button on here that goes up and down, and then you hit the round part and it mutes it. So I don't.
Yeah, you were muted on your headphones, so.
Okay.
But you're good
Well,
now.
We can hear you now, Ron. Welcome.
I don't know. I guess this whole COVID thing just frustrates the living you know what out of me, because these vaccines are safe and these people just won't listen. And it's like, well, you know what? If you want to choose to die, that's your business. But we should, you know, we shouldn't have to be held hostage because of this ignorance. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm not being mean.
Oh, no.
I'm just stating, because like I said, I guess another reason is why I get so angry is because I had this last year and I know what this does. I was down for about 3 months.
Wow.
This stuff don't play.
Well, you sound pretty good now. Did you recover okay? I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I
months is a long
actually
term.
requested a lung x-ray afterward because it took about a month for me to really catch my breath, because I was short of breath for a while, and I'm like, what in the world happened? And they did a lung x-ray. They's like, no, there's nothing showing. I'm like, he said, it's probably you're having some recovery issues with COVID. I'm like, man, I don't want to get that. I don't want to get that again.
My son had the same problem. He had it. He was sick for about 2 weeks, but it took him a month to get his, like where he wasn't breath all the time.
Yeah, and you just don't, and I don't know what it's going to take. These governors down in these states that refuse to let people do the masks, I think you could get into some legal complications if you kept doing that. Maybe I'm wrong, but there should be some remedy for this.
I don't know. Defies logic, Ron. In some cases. I'm all about personal liberty, but like I say, I should have the right to feel comfortable that I'm not going to get sick.
Well, and I mean, yeah, I got two neighbors down below me who won't get the vaccine. One because of religious purposes, and the other thinks that they're just making a big deal out of nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you know what? I'm not going to argue with you, but if you end up in the hospital and grumble at me about the COVID, I'll just tell you, you know what? A little preventive medicine, you would have been okay.
Yeah, everybody has.
It's like me. I'm going.
There are a lot of people that just don't like vaccines. Period.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't like shots. So. But what can you do? Nothing.
Not much. Just hope that enough other people are vaccinated. I think that was the goal, was that enough people get vaccinated, and then it kind of knocks out the it kind of knocks out the virus.
Well, the weird thing is that this is predominantly going on in the South. Every other place has its cases, but nothing like the South.
Right. Well, in like Louisiana, there was like 4% of the population have been vaccinated. Whether it's because of choice or because of just, just don't want to do it. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's where it's.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing, politicians got into it, and and that's unfortunate when it gets political.
Yes.
This is a life or death situation. When
Thank
see
you.
Thousands of people dying. That's saying something,
Right.
But you don't want to get into politics. So, but unfortunately, politics got into it, and
oh yeah.
I tell you.
Well, I'm going to the center in Kalamazoo here mid-September, early October for the computer program. I don't see that in any danger. I think the worst case scenario is we might have to wear masks around the center all day, which isn't, isn't my idea of fun, but I'll do it. I need it.
But it's cold anyway, so it's gonna keep you warm. So
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm here in Kalamazoo, but they are well organized at that place there. So I think they
yeah,
are.
they
wearing
are.
masks, yeah, so
They are. That's what's your name, sir?
Bill Chapman.
Oh, how you doing, Bill?
All right.
Ron Hopkins.
Okay, Ron. Good.
So Ron, when you go to your program, are you going to be living there in Kalamazoo? Or are you going to?
Yes. Yes, I'm going to be a dorm student. I'm going to be there for 10 weeks.
Okay. Now that's at the center, right?
Right.
Right, on Oakland Drive.
Right. So they have dorms there?
Oh, yeah.
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 Yep.
Upstairs is the men's, downstairs is the women's.
Okay. I should, Bill, what's the opportunity to tour that place? Is
Well,
it possible
you
to
could
get a tour
you
of-
could call the center, and maybe they'll have something set up for you to tour. Right.
Get a group of your Serial City. Or are you part of the Serial City?
Serial City.
Lions?
That's what I'm thinking about is.
Yeah, get a group of your, get a group of them, Pastor Mark if he's able to, and other people, and they'll show you around. I think they would welcome that opportunity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a lot of,
Juan is the director. I think
but a lot of other
Juan is
people
the
don't know.
director.
I've heard of that name. I don't know who he is. I guess he is a director.
He is the director, Juan. Right.
Have you met him?
Yes.
Is he really nice?
Real nice. Matter of fact, I did for the blind community in Kalamazoo. I co-sponsored a voter registration for the blind here in Kalamazoo at the Blind Center. So
Sweet.
yeah. Mm-hmm. But he's very receptive.
No, but this transportation system, I understand what she was saying earlier about it, but that's just insanity. I mean, the problem is, I don't know, this city is sprawled out so doggone much. It isn't like Grand Rapids that they have, everything's more closer together in Grand Rapids, and their transit system runs every 15 minutes, buses and stuff. But I don't think Muskegon will ever have that luxury. It just feels like we're the last people to get anything around.
You guys have
Well, those are the things you have to advocate for and push, but there are groups, then people are getting all kind of financial assistance, but there's some things that you can demand from people such as ourselves, and you got to put the pressure on them for them to get out, unfortunately.
Well, we had nighttime transportation. They wanted it, and they almost mobbed them at Matt's for it, but then it went all right for a while, and then people didn't use it. Now, I used it a lot, actually, because I like that idea of not having to be restricted. And then this doggone Rona nonsense hit, and it's been screwed up ever since.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But you one person out of so many hundred and thousands of people, so
I just don't
you got to
know why
push the issue.
I just don't understand why people didn't continue taking it. They were the ones that wanted it, and I did too. But it got to be 7, 8 o'clock. You got 2 or 3 people. I can understand that that's not feasible, but it still is hard, though.
Well, what is the population of over in Muskegon?
I don't know, actually. I've never really looked at that.
Well, you guys have an ABVI chapter or a national
We have,
chapter? Okay.
actually, they come from Grand Rapids to do our meetings. A woman named Cheris Austin is doing them now.
Yeah. Hello, Cheris.
Yeah, do you know who she is?
Oh, yeah. The NCVBI,
Isn't she a Lions Club member?
He is.
yes,
Yes, she is.
Because I know Kyle is.
yep.
He was
Yeah.
our district governor. at one time.
Yeah, both of them are still in Lyons.
Yeah, I agree with Bill, Ron, that you need to advocate for yourself over there. And so, and probably on the transportation thing, if you went back and they'd say, well, hey, we gave it to you and you didn't use it. So, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Well,
Well,
if
that's
they
right.
support the initiative, that type of thing, your disability or your blindness is not going to go away by virtue of the fact 2 or 3 people. So they should take that in consideration. It's not about how often it's used. Once they adopt the program, you would think they would support it. So,
Well, and that's the thing. They adopted the program, and I don't know. In this town, it's always lack of funding. But then I don't know. Our people, our
Oh,
political people in this town are so doggone backward about everything, that corruption and all this other nonsense.
well, I know the governor just gave out some funding for people with disabilities, and these agencies are taking advantage of it. So that's another avenue that you
Well,
might.
that's
Mhm.
well, and I don't know why you would discontinue Greyhound. I mean, that's like a federal system. I don't
Mhm.
even think we have one. If we do, there's only one going through, and I'm like, that's like a federal system. I don't know why you would. I mean, are we that backward and that small of a town that I don't know.
Well, on commercial things like that. Now, Amtrak is a federal thing for sure. I'm not sure
Now,
about Greyhound, but then it becomes about the money, and if you're not carrying passengers, it's a little bit like your nighttime transportation. If a big concern isn't getting enough ridership, then it's kind of like it doesn't make sense to them to. So that's the same.
I guess maybe I just need to move to a bigger town, because I've been to Kalamazoo, I've been to Little Rock, and as backwards as that state is, at least their state at least our Little Rock has got decent transportation, and Kalamazoo does too, so I've been to bigger cities. I guess
On the
maybe.
Port Huron, they got good transportation.
Well,
Dulce and I are on the LAC group there for Port Huron.
what's your name?
Wayne Lepores.
Oh, how are you, Wayne?
Good.
okay.
So I've got a question for Sherry Bradley. How are you and your sisters doing?
Sherry?
Well, I've got
She
some
must
people
not
at
be.
my house. I gotta go. You guys take care. I see. Okay.
Hi, I'm
Okay.
sorry. The phone was muted and I was in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
What did you say?
Oh, I just want to know how you and your sisters are doing.
Oh,
Carrie?
we're doing good. I'm surprised none of them, the other ones, are on the line.
Well,
I guess they had something to do today.
well, that's not unusual on a Saturday. And
Definitely, because I wasn't on last time either. So
I thought
Yeah.
Andrea or Gwen would be on on today, but
yeah, Gwen's usually on.
well, she did have an absolute blast there.
I think she has fun wherever she goes.
Oh, she's a nice girl, definitely. They got good food up at winter or summer camp, just like they did at winter.
Hey, we got Nancy Tobias.
Hey, Nancy.
She just called in. And
She must be not unmuted yet.
she may just not be connected to audio yet.
Right.
Uh,
And Antoinette got kicked out. I told her to try again, so she's gonna try again. She got kicked out.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know if these.
I think sometimes if your signal isn't that great, you might lose it or something, because I've had that happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was trying to do a Zoom call in the car one time, and it didn't work very, very well.
Oh. Okay.
Kept fading in and out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, anyway, so summer camp. The other thing Marion and I were talking about was that excuse me, it's kind of fallen off a little bit in the last couple of years, but the campers used to bring like door prizes. And so they're going to be encouraging everyone to bring a door prize or two or four to camp that we can use to do like raffles throughout the weekend. You know, and it doesn't have to be anything big. I don't know. What are your suggestions, Marion, for stuff like that?
Well, something that the blind can use. It's not sighted because I mean they gave out one time a lot of radios. I know they're sick of that or whatever. Whatever they decide they want to do that a blind person could use. You know.
Well, what about like gift cards?
Yeah, that is if that's what you want to do. But I suggest if you're gonna do it a gift card, no more than $10.
Well, that's what Andrea did for summer camp. She had she brought some prizes for bingo, and they were like $5 gift cards for Dollar Tree.
I'm just saying no more than $10 because you don't spend a whole lot of money on people. Because I'm gonna tell you, you really want to know the truth. All been said. A lot of them don't appreciate what they get because one year somebody won something they wasn't appreciative. I had to get on them about it and say, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Well, yeah, and you know what? You're right. You're right.
Now, well, hold it, Ron, before you finish. Okay, say a radio. You know, a radio or something or clock need batteries. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a bummer. It's no batteries. But unbeknownst, I told him, I said, well, it was donated. And I said, you got to buy something because it's not good to keep batteries. Do you know batteries will explode? So that's something you don't want to do.
Oh,
like
I knew.
You know, like if you're on a train or something and you know how it is on the train.
Yes.
It can get warm. Those batteries can explode. So that's not good.
No, it's not. And I know they leak if you keep them for long periods of time. I've had that unfortunate instance.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, that too. But I'm saying I would buy new batteries, but I think the person who wins it should buy their own batteries. Then you save yourself plus, the hassle of everything. So
well, and then they grumble.
That's just my suggestion. But whatever, gloves, towels, handkerchiefs, whatever, whatever you decide you think they would like. But you would do it for a man or woman, or you can do unisex. So it could be either or.
Well, and the problem is, like I said, some people just cry like a sissy because they think everything should be handed to them. My former best.
It's just a chance they take, just whoever their names be pulled out of the
my former
hat
best
or whatever.
Friend was,
mm-hmm.
My former best friend was like that.
Right. But I remember one time, Ron, I don't know if you were there or not. Sherry, I don't know if you were there or whoever was there. It was supposed to have been they had a gift of Carl Noble. He had donated 4 sets of the domino sets. And it accidentally got each person, each woman, each man got 2 sets instead of supposed to have been 2 and 2. In fact, they got, woman got 2 sets and the man got 2 sets, which it should have been 4 given out. That was the mistake that was done.
Thanks, Marion.
So we got to watch that.
Well, okay. I have a backgammon.
I never hear the end of that.
I have a backgammon.
Mr. Anderson did it. He didn't know. They didn't know, and they wasn't thinking at the time. So, but that's just the error that was done. So. Just have to watch
I have a backgammon board that I'll bring up and donate. It's hardly been used. I've had it for years and years, and I don't know how to play it. So
that's up to you. That's something. That's man or woman, so that's fine.
Hey, we got Tobias on the line. Hi, Nancy.
Hello.
Hi, Nancy.
Hello.
How are things going?
Oh, good. You?
Everybody's saying hi.
How's the pink zebra stuff doing?
Oh, I've got a sale going today. I had one customer so far. I can bring some of my pink zebra stuff up to donate.
Good.
That'd be good. So does everybody
That'll
know,
be more women.
does everybody know what it is that Nancy has that she sells? It's, why don't you explain it, Nancy?
It's a soft soy wax that the American farmers produce from the soybeans. And there's warmers that you melt it in. It smells really good. There's all sorts of fragrances. And they have soaks you can spray with the same scents, like you can use it as a cologne. You can spray it on your sheets. You can put it in a wall hug, vases or reeds. And then they have hand soaps, sanitizers, and disinfectants to use.
Sounds good.
They're really good.
Hey, Nancy.
Yes.
This is Ron. I'm curious because I got something called a wax melter. It's a little thing that you plug in, and it's got like a 40-watt bulb in it, and you put these little round wax things in it, and it's got all kinds of different scents. Is that something like what you're talking about, like the fragrances?
It's similar. Now, is yours like a hard wax?
Yeah, they're round hard waxes that you they come in almost like a Jello shot container, or a small Jello shot container. It's a round
Right.
thing, and you put it on a tray, and you plug this wax, and you plug it in and turn it on, and it melts it.
Yes. Well,
I got something similar to that.
these are soft soy wax, and they're little
Okay.
sprinkles. They look like little dots, and you can mix and match them. The hard wax, you can't mix it or match. You can do that with the sprinkles that I have. And mine is called Pink Zebra.
So you can combine different scents together in a melter?
Yes.
Okay.
So you could actually use the kind of melter I have and just put them in that, huh?
Right.
Oh, holy moly. And how much do you sell them for?
The jars are $10 now. They just had a price increase. But today I have my sale. I have a carton that would be like 4.5 jars. And I'm selling them for 20. They're normally 28, but they're going up to $34.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
And then is it filled with like the sprinkles you said?
Yeah, there's a little scoop and you need only like 1 scoop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't go through it very
lasts
fast.
quite a while.
Unless you use it all the time, you don't go through it very fast. That's what I.
Would you are you thinking maybe about bringing a couple of them to camp?
Yeah, I'll bring several.
Ah,
If you want to buy some from me, that'll be fine. And then I'll also donate some.
Sounds great.
We could set one up and have it making the room smell nice.
Yeah.
well, yeah, yeah, but I don't know which will be more scented though, the fire smoke and the lodge or that thing.
Well, we can put it like where you play bingo.
Oh,
Yeah, that's in the rec
I
room.
want a $25 gift card from bingo at summer camp.
Yes. That's
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, our Lions Club fellow Lion Jack donated that.
Oh,
Ron,
that was
are you
nice.
I'm sorry. Ron, are you on Facebook?
Yes.
Why don't you look me up, Nancy Dean Tobias? And
But do
then we
you
can
have any vision?
Yes, I do.
I'll tell you what. Look up Ron Hopkins. I'm in Muskegon, and there's a photograph of me and a woman, which is my sister. Look that up.
Okay.
Look that up and connect with me.
All right, I'll do that.
Excuse me. Yes. Okay.
So Ron,
Wonder where
how is Jack?
Um,
How's he doing?
very, very healthy for his age. Now he did have a heart valve replacement, but he came through that with flying colors, and they said that he has no heart blockages or anything, and he's the same age as my dad, which is 79, and I mean, he's healthy as an ox, which I'm just absolutely amazed at.
Yeah, that's
Good.
great. Well, I know that we'd heard about him having the heart valve replacement, and so that's great. We hadn't really had an update since I think he'd had it done, and he was just sort of in the initial stages of the recuperation. So
I wish my dad was as good as he is right now.
That's great news. So we can look forward to him coming to winter camp. I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay, great.
And like I say, I wish my dad was as good off as he is. He's had a pacemaker defibrillator combo in his heart. It's one box, but ever since that's happened, it's been nothing but hell. Things keep going wrong, and he ends up in the hospital.
Wow, too bad. I tell you what, when it rains, it pours sometimes, though.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, it does.
but he don't like to slow up, though. He still thinks he can do what he did, and it's like, no, no, Dad.
And how old is he?
79.
That's great.
Well, it's even though he's having issues, if he stopped doing stuff, it might get worse even.
That's right.
Yeah.
Could be.
That's right.
Could be.
He still,
Could be.
slow down.
Yeah, you can slow down a little, like Sherry said. Yeah.
You're probably right on that. I never really thought about that, but you're probably right.
But you got to let them do some things, because I had an aunt. If God's willing, on December 14th, she will be 88 years old. She has not slowed down. The kids won't let her do too much, but she got to keep it moving too. Let her do some things, and she's in her right mind. She's talking and everything else. Nothing's wrong. God has been really with her.
Well,
So.
that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
We heard anything from Pastor Mark? Is he still? I'm sure he's still living, is still with us.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him for a little bit, but he's doing pretty good. He doesn't do much. He plays with his computer stuff.
I'm surprised Jason Kroll has never wanted to do Zoom chats with us.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty big into technology.
I think you know what? I'll have to ask him just for curiosity's sake if he would like, because I think that he's a good guy.
Yeah, I like Jason. He's funny.
Yeah. He played. Let's just say that one night in the lodge where everyone sits, he played a very colorful Christmas song, and he had Pastor Mark just about rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Pastor Mark, like I say, he's I've helped him out a few times with a couple of different around his house, and he's kind of limited. He's got a caregiver that takes him to the doctor and does grocery shopping for him, and he's every time I go over there, Mark is a collector, and he has collected all kinds of stuff, and his house is full, pretty much.
Wow.
So our Lions Club has been talking about done it, partly because of COVID, but now we don't really have a good excuse, except people are just kind of busy. But going over there and helping him sort out stuff so he can get rid of it. He used to be a Kirby salesman, Kirby vacuum salesman.
Oh, those are expensive.
He's got a collection of those Kirby vacuum.
But those are nice, though.
So these are ones that he probably took in on trade or something, so they're used. But he's got stuff he could sell that would probably make him some money, but it's a matter of finding it.
Wow.
But yeah, Mark's he's got a big house and it's pretty full of stuff. So,
Doesn't he have a nurse? He always talks about a nurse that he works with or something. He's always told me about it.
well, he does have a doctor. I mean, he's got a he's been pretty regular. I mean, he's got a lot of health problems, so he's
got a big team.
He
told me he's got 17 different specialists, and whenever he goes into emergency, they all come running because it's like, wow, that must be nice to have that kind of care.
Yeah, I don't think he's had as many problems recently, but he had a lot of intestinal issues for quite a while.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know too much about his medical stuff. Exactly. Yeah, he goes in every once in a while. But we were talking about vaccination. Like his doctor was kind of recommending that he not be vaccinated, just because
That he what?
he not be vaccinated.
Okay, now here's the thing. There's always exceptions to the rule, and in his case, I know quite a bit about his medical history. I could see maybe why they would say it in that case, because unfortunately, in that case, it could do him more harm than good. Normally I would never say that about vaccines, but it's very possible.
Right, and that's kind of the reasoning, I think. So,
and that's sad, really, because if a person wants it, they should be able to have it. But you don't want to make him sicker.
Right.
So he'll just
so it puts him in kind of a hard position.
So he'll just have to mask up, I guess, which, well.
Right. Well, he could have a COVID test, and.
Yeah, and those are painless. I've had one.
They have them
just
easier now.
Huh?
I don't know. I guess you still have to poke the thing up your nose, but apparently you can get results. My daughter-in-law.
Some of them know what they're doing. Some of them don't. Trust me.
Right. I don't like it.
What's that?
I know. When they stuck the Q-tip of your nose.
Well, I didn't.
It's
like
not really a Q-tip, but it's similar to a Q-tip. But
I didn't like that when they had to stuff it down my pie hole. It's like they hit that gag reflex, and it's like, ew.
There's Andrea. Hi, Andrea.
Andrea, she had to come off mute.
She's on mute.
*6.
Andrea. Well, she's on a computer.
Hi, how's it going? I had my audio muted. Sorry.
There you are.
Hi,
Andrea.
how are you, Andrea?
So I heard
Good.
you
Who's
went to
this?
summer camp. Heard you went to summer camp. What was your favorite thing?
It was a good time. Paddle boating and crafts and bingo. Swimming.
Now, is that your first time going?
Second time. First time was in 2019.
Okay. All right. It was Gwen that had never been to it, right? Gwen Casey.
No.
How you doing, Andrea? It's Ron.
I know.
How you
I'm
doing?
good. Good.
No, she was happy as a clam there. I mean, it was food is really good there too.
Yeah, it was good. Very good.
Yeah. Hi, Andrea. This is Marion Ward from Dearborn Heights. How are you?
Hi, I was wondering who that was. Good.
Yes, Marion.
I had a friend come over and I forgot about winter camp chat. I'm like, oh man.
So we also have Phyllis and Wayne Lapiors, brother and sister from Port Huron, and Sherry Bradley and Nancy Tobias.
From Detroit. How you doing? Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Antoinette was trying to get back on, but I guess she couldn't get through. So.
So Marion, you're in Dearborn Heights. You're in Jerry Campbell's territory, or
No, he's in Dearborn. I'm in Dearborn Heights, right outside. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I hope
A hop,
that he's
skip, and a jump. That's all.
I hope he's able to come to a winter camp this year or next year.
Yeah, hopefully. But it's so hard for him to come. I don't keep in touch with him, so I don't know. But I'm just saying from what I heard that, it was last time it was hard for him to come. So I understand it. So hopefully he can come this time.
He has, with some of his physical problems, he has difficulties, certain things.
It's amazing though. He don't let it get in his way, or he tries not to.
Oh, he's a good guy. I like him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good musician too. That's
You got 15 minutes.
so.
And you know what? The man's mind is as sharp as a tack.
Yeah, that's what's interesting about Jerry is you can sit down and talk with him, and you can talk for a long time about a lot of different things.
Yes, and
Very knowledgeable.
And I thought in the beginning, because I didn't know, I was like, is there some cognitive? And they's like, no. They said his injuries are purely physical. And it's like talking to him, it's like that man's mind is sharp. It's really a shame that
What happened to him? Yeah, sorry.
he got into a bad accident. I don't know the details, but it crippled him up a lot, is from what I understand.
Was that when he went to Michigan School for the Blind or what?
I think that happened later in life. I think he got hit by a car, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh.
That'll be worse.
But he used to go to CT years ago also, so he'd go up to CT and
CT?
Camp Tusmahita over in Greenville.
Right.
Tuskegee.
Yeah, that's Camp T is kind of a neat place.
I really miss that place. It was sad how that all ended. Really.
Well, they do still have camps up there for the blind. I'm not sure exactly what the programs are, but now maybe last year changed things quite a bit. But a couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to take their campers, and well, actually, I took the chaperones, the counselors, because I wasn't like rated to drive kids, but they did a backpacking trip on not Sleeping Bear Dunes, the islands up there off of the coast.
Oh,
Dude. I can't remember the name of them now, but it has to do with a bear. Anyway, so I drove up to Greenville and picked them up, and we drove up to Leland, Michigan, and they took a ferry over to the island, and then they spent like a day or two, and then I went back up and excuse me, I went back up and picked them up a couple of days later and brought them back.
I've done many backpacking and canoeing trips with that group. Absolutely wonderful. Some of my fondest memories in summer as a youth were up to Camp T. It was absolute blast. And I think if I'm not employed next June or something, by next June next year, I'm going to see about going to that Salvation Army camp that I've heard about. I've heard a lot about it. I don't know what it's like, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it.
Well, some of the folks, I know Judy and Franklin, his name
Yeah.
I know Judy has gone to that. Too much
In
about,
Leonard, Michigan, right outside of Pontiac. I know what you're talking about.
I think it's like a week-long thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. About 5 days long. Yes.
Have you went, Marion?
It's been a while since I used to go and take my daughter all the time, and then I waited 19 years later and went back one time, and then I tried to get back, and for some reason, they never did get back with me, so I just didn't bother going anymore. Because the Corps here in Dearborn, it's in Dearborn, they don't want to get back with me. I don't know what the problem is, but I don't even worry about it no more. That's money I can save, so.
No, I wish they had other camps for the week for adults, because I mean, I'd still do it for
I mean,
a
it's
week.
a lot of fun and everything, but I mean, it's just
Yeah,
it's the way people act sometimes. It's uncalled for, really.
yeah.
If you really want to
You know what I wish? I wish that Bear Lake camp out in Lapeer, I've been up to that camp. It was a Lions Club thing when we went to Grand Blanc for the convention. Absolutely beautiful camp. The showers are in the cabins and stuff like that. I wish they'd have a week-long session for adults. It's absolutely beautiful out there, and it's one of our projects.
They talked about it one time.
Well, you know what? I wish there would be a way to put some proposals forward, because I'm going to tell you, I'd be one of the first to sign up, because that is one of our projects, and it is absolutely amazing what they do at that camp.
You know, they have a new director this year. The Dennis, the guy that was the director for many years, he retired.
Yes.
And so the new director is very nice. She helped us, actually did a lot to help us do the virtual winter camp. When we had
Okay.
Great to work with. And it'd be, we could make that suggestion to her. She may not have even thought about it. But like I say, she's new and she wants to do some different things. And so,
Well, you know what? That would be something, because here's the thing, Raj. I don't know. It would have been nice to be able to somehow keep a like a database of the people that went to Camp T, because I'm sure there's some of those those other campers that if they were around, that if they had the opportunity, they would do this in a heartbeat.
I might be able to find out. Find out some information on that. One of the ladies in our Lions Club was very involved with Camp T. In fact, was almost asked to be the director a year or so ago. But
what is her name?
Her name's Teresa Guest. She's actually the person that does the white cane repair at winter camp.
Oh, okay. Well, there was no repair in my canes. They had to give me 2 new ones because my canes was so damaged that, I mean, but I think what I'm going to do this year, there's a blind, I'm going to demonstrate a couple of blind games. There's a relatively new one that's been out for a couple of years, and it's very, very involved. Very good one, but it's very involved. It's called A Hero's Call. It's based off the Sighted Person's Final Fantasy series.
You know, the last chat we had, if you remember, I've got the recording of it so I could get the more of the details, but there was quite a discussion on electronic gaming and gaming in general, visually impaired.
Well, I have another site for you if you want to include this. It's called Out of Sight Games. I'm not sure if it's .com or .org. It might be .com.
Okay.
And what they have there is a game called A Hero's Call.
Okay.
It's a game of questing. The game is professionally narrated. Everything is professionally voiced over.
Huh. That sounds cool.
And it's really involved. I mean, like sounds like it when you're being attacked by wolves, it sounds like wolves are howling and stuff like that. And the ambient sounds of when you're walking through the city, it sounds like dogs are barking at you. And
sound effects.
Hey,
yes.
I bet that game's kind of cool.
Andrea's got her hand up. Do you?
Yeah, I bet that's kind of cool. And did you guys fare okay when you guys got home from summer camp? No ailments or anything? Or
No ailments ever from summer camp. I don't. It's sort of a running joke, Andrea, because there was only one time that I came back from winter camp not ill from something. I don't know if it's flu that goes around there, because there was one fellow at a convention, at a Lions Club convention. He said part of the problem, Ron, as he said, some people are not, sometimes they don't feel the greatest. He said, but they come anyway. He
Right.
said, but then you have the other problem where people they don't know they're getting it, or they're just getting over it. He said, unfortunately, even when you're feeling good, you still have the potential to pass
Mhm.
it on. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't get, I got ill when I came from winter camp last time, but I don't know if you had any problems at summer camp this time. or
No,
That's
no.
me either.
No,
Well, one thing's for sure, if we're all wearing masks, which might happen, you probably won't get as sick.
and bring some hand sanitizer with you just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, you need to
Yeah.
give you all precautions.
Because I did that at summer camp. I had a little sanitizer thing that hooked onto my belt, and I carried it around with me all weekend.
I had one too. They need better air purification at winter camp. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah.
No, well, the problem is that I think that building is shut up a lot during the fall because I don't know, it doesn't really get used, because this gets used for kids in summer or in the summertime
Summer and fall.
and
The
and-
dorm, yeah.
and early fall. But when you get into that winter, nothing really gets done a whole lot, so it's not used a lot. So you tend to have a lot of stale air and all that stuff. Anytime you have a building that's shut up for a while, it can be a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, but they take all the necessary precautions. Even the water's safe down there. I don't like drinking it because it tastes too metallic for me. But
Yep.
even I just bring my
Yeah.
own water.
Yeah, maybe they should.
The water at summer camp was very good. In fact, I took a shower there.
Well, the thing is, and Pastor Mark will tell you, he told me, he said, you're not used to irony well water. He said, it'll tear you up badly.
At my
I
family
believe it.
cabin, we had irony well water bad, but used to. So,
Oh, we grew up with well water. I did, and it was very clean and very good. But we didn't have all that
Me
iron.
too.
When it smells
Me
like
too. It
sulfur,
was very,
yeah,
when it smells like sulfur, ugh, no.
I know.
No, I don't like to drink that either.
I won't even drink their coffee because I don't know if the minerals are cooked out of that or what. I would hope that if you boil that water, it would be okay.
Their coffee is good, yeah.
I love the way they cook
make
the
you
hot chocolate.
sick, right?
Huh?
I said it
Go
didn't
ahead.
make her sick, right?
No,
Oh, okay. So it was good.
No, the way
But
they do the oh, sorry,
That was
go ahead.
scary.
but I came home with an upper respiratory infection from winter camp.
Oh, that could have been from anybody, Andrea. That's unfortunately that's common, and you never know. You never know because I said this before when I came home from winter camp. 4 days from then, I went to Florida and I came down with COVID very well without knowing it. You could have very well had a case of it, and not known it, because we didn't know at that time. We
True.
didn't know anything about it.
Right. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
early.
So it's very possible.
No
Excuse
kidding.
me,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Phyllis? Yes.
This is Nancy. My screen went black, so I can't see what's going on. But I wanted to ask, if you're riding on the train, do you have to have that little red dot on your identification now?
What do you mean?
Like for the airplane?
Oh, I
When you
don't
go
know.
on the airplane, you have to have a special thing on your license.
I don't know.
I was wondering if that was the same with the train.
I don't know, but I have it on my license, my ID.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Are they
I think-
making IDs with vaccination dots on them now, or?
No, this is, something to do for security reasons.
It's the new
Yes,
ID
one too.
called a real ID. And I think it's gonna substitute for a passport possibly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the
I think-
enhanced license or the enhanced ID.
If you want to travel.
Because I don't have that yet.
I don't
So
think,
I don't know if I can go on the train or not.
I've not heard
Oh.
that. We could check it out for you though.
Okay. thank
Okay,
you.
this is Marion Wood. I had my hand up. Okay, from what I guess, they got a star. You can go to the Secretary of State and get a star on your ID. I forgot what it had to do with the plane. They remember at the first part of the year, they said you got to have a gold star on your ID to get on the plane or something like that. Did you hear that?
I don't think it's a gold star. I thought it was a red star or something.
It's like a
Some
gold
kind
star.
of star. Some kind of star.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay,
I have
I'm
it
putting.
on mine. Okay, I do have a little star on mine. It's a little gold star. It's
Yeah.
it's like
Okay.
a white star with a gold circle background.
Holy moly, it's 2:15 already.
Right?
Yeah.
Time
Oh.
goes by quick.
Time flies. doesn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Okay, it's your time, isn't it, Mr.
I do need
Bossy.
to sign off. But I think you guys, if I leave, I don't think it'll shut the call off. So if you guys want to hang out, that's fine.
No, I'm gonna get ready to go too. So
Well, I gotta head out, put laundry away. But
yeah.
well, I'm glad you had this. Well, Rosemarie dropped out. I guess she had a call, which is sad because
No, she had something to do.
And
She had
Oh,
something to do.
okay.
something going on it too.
Great.
She had to go and pick her computer up.
Right. But-
So is this gonna be available on YouTube? This thing, because I know you sent a mail out last time, Raj, that after the chat and you could actually look it over on YouTube.
Right. Yeah, I've recorded the session and I will post it on YouTube later.
All right.
Oh,
and- are
good
you
God.
Shannon?
Oh, it's okay. He does that all the time, Andrea.
I'm not even dressed nice. I'm not, you know.
We don't even see you, Andrew.
Oh, I'm in pajama. I'm in shorty pajamas, so don't join the club.
So, but you all take care. This is Marion Wood. I'm gonna sign off now. But you all take care and God bless you all.
You
Be
too.
blessed.
Bye.
God bless you too, Marion.
Okay. All right. Bye bye.
Well, have a good one, y'all.
You
All right,
too.
thanks, Ryan.
Yeah.
We'll see you next month.
Bless everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Next,
Bye.
third weekend,
Bye.
Saturday. So thanks everybody for calling in.
You're welcome.
Get your
Wait a
sisters-
minute.
Get your sisters next time, Sherry. Well,
Oh,
try to give a
they,
little.
they'll text or their email.
Pardon? I'm
I
sorry.
say they will get their text and their email like
Oh.
I did.
You got both, right? Okay.
Yep.
All righty.
Thanks. Be safe.
Okay, you too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nancy, thanks for bringing that thing up about the
You're
ID.
fine.
We'll see what they say about that. I'll call Amtrak.
Okay. I'll also get with you on, maybe I'll order something and send it to your house for February.
Okay.
And then you can bring it to the lodge with you.
Right.
That way I don't have to pack it.
So, yeah. So Nancy, before you go, I had a call from
Margaret?
Margaret, right? And we had a nice chat. And she's decided that she's too old to come to camp.
Let's see, I think she turned 96 this August.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's not doing as well as, she lets you think she is.
yeah.
She's
well,
been having problems with her legs swelling a lot.
oh, I see. Yeah. Well, that moving around a lot is not necessarily the best thing then. So,
Right.
but she's just
right.
she's just the sweetest lady. I love her.
Yes, she is sweet. We almost talk every day pretty much.
Okay, good. Well, you tell her we missed her today. It's been
All
nice
right.
having her- It's been nice having her on these chats. So tell her to stick with it.
Okay,
All
I
right.
will. I didn't even realize you were on today till I saw the email this morning.
Oh, I sent an email out a couple of days ago, and then I usually send one out the morning of, and we
Oh.
try to send the text out as well. And
Right.
so,
I've been having problems with my internet for the last 2 weeks.
oh, I see. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
All right.
glad we made it. We'll see
Thank
you later,
you.
Nancy.
All right. Bye-bye.